Welcome to the Never Yield podcast. Today is Tuesday, June 16th, and on today's pod, we will recap all the latest hog news, sports news from around the country, which there is a lot of national sports podcast stuff to talk about, so we'll knock it all out. Andrew, how was your week? How was your golf trip to, honestly, probably one of the most underrated golf resorts in the country, Big
Oh,
Cedar?
yeah. I mean, according to the billboards, USA uh, declared it the number one golf
Oh,
destination in
so maybe it's
America.
not underrated.
So
Yeah,
it's probably, I think it's underrated nationally just because I don't think a lot of people
yeah.
know about it. But no, it was a blast. We finished second in our flight, which
Get
I'll
a prize?
I'll gladly take. With me being the low handicap of the group, it's my first time in a tournament setting where I was the low handicap, and by
You had a
low handi
backpack.
and by low handicap, let me tell you, I'm like a 14. So it was. Uh, we were not there to with the intent to score. The guy that put us together said that he cared about putting good guys together rather than good golfers, and so he just wanted it to be like a really good week. But hey, we did second in our flight, so I was like, we'll take it. Apparently, we didn't stay for the award ceremony, but apparently we did win something. Whether I see any of that or not, I don't know. But
Yeah.
it was a great time. So we
Where'd you
I
play at? Buffalo Ridge, right?
so Monday we played Paynes Valley and Mountaintop, and then Tuesday we played Buffalo Ridge. And so I've never been more exhausted in my life playing
Oh,
golf
heck no.
because it was storming Monday morning. We literally went off in a lightning storm. Like, I don't know how they let us go off, but we
Did
did.
they cart path? Did you have to go cart path only?
Car path only. So
I've
uh
done it. I've done it at Buffalo Ridge. It's the
yeah,
worst 6 hours of my life.
yes. So and all the tee times were backed up because the rain delayed everything. So everybody was late getting off. So car path only at Paynes. Then we were supposed to have like a big lunch and then like a break and then go out and do Mountaintop, which is all walking. It's a 13-hole par three course, but it is what the name says it is, Mountaintop. And so you're doing this and it's walking. So we walked over 16 miles on Monday, and I forget how many flights of stairs somebody's watch or phone calculated, but it was a lot. Uh, my feet were absolutely killing me. And then got up Tuesday morning, 7:40 tee time, which means we got to the driving range at like 6:45, and walked an additional like 6.5 miles. So
Yeah.
like 23 miles in 2 days.
Man, I love playing golf. It's my favorite hobby.
Mhm.
But I've done cart path only at Buffalo Ridge, and I would rather not play golf than do
It
that again.
it's
I mean, it's
it's
terrible.
I was joking. I was like, I literally think it is uphill both ways. Like you park your
That's
cart and dude,
crazy.
you're walking all over the place. But yeah,
That's crazy.
um, yeah, it was
Sounds like
no,
a good time.
yeah,
Sounds like a good time,
good
though.
time, a lot of fun. Got to meet two great guys that I'd never met before, and golf really is, or we can just say sports. It really is the thing that brings people together of all walks of life, and you can have a good time. So, no, it was great. I appreciate you covering for me while I was out last week,
Oh,
and
easy peasy. Easy
yeah,
peasy.
so it was a good time. So
Yeah, well,
I would
good.
highly suggest anybody, if you've never played up there, it's a great time. So
Oh, it's unbelievable. Yeah,
yeah,
words don't describe how nice those courses are,
yeah.
um, or how hilly.
Hmm.
So
Both are true.
avoid cart path only days.
Yes.
We this morning, today, Monday, as we're filming this, we had my oldest son is in Austin Reeves basketball camp in Springdale.
Okay. Very cool.
He's a big Lakers fan, so and then obviously Austin being from Arkansas, and
Yeah.
when I was coaching basketball at Marshall, he was playing at Cedar Ridge, and we never played them, I was smart enough not to schedule Cedar Ridge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though Coach Middlebrooks, who was there at the time, he tried every year to get us on the schedule, and I was like, "Nah, man." And we were pretty good. We had some good teams, but we were a game away in the state tournament from facing off with Austin Reeves in the state tournament
Yeah.
at Jessieville, nonetheless. State tournament at Jessieville.
Oh,
So,
wow. Okay.
so that would have been something.
Yeah.
Obviously, I would have gladly have taken my lumps in the state tournament to Austin Reeves, but at the same time, kind of glad I didn't have to go through that.
Yeah.
So
Best, I'll say best state championship game I ever watched. I forget what year it was, but it was the one year they went away from
we went to Barton.
Hot Springs, went to Barton Coliseum, and I watched Austin and his brother versus Malik
Yep.
Monk at East when he was still at East Poinsett,
Yep.
and it was just literally
Yeah.
one of the Reeves brothers score, Malik score. One of the Reeves brothers score, Malik score.
There's a picture, Malik and Austin were freshmen that year playing.
No, yeah.
And there's a picture of them, and they look like babies guarding each other.
Dude, yeah.
I see it about every year. It gets posted somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just crazy to think like two ninth graders, Arkansas,
Yeah,
both in the league.
yeah. Teammates last year.
Yeah. But and the thing is like so Austin wasn't there today. He's going to be there tomorrow. I don't know if you saw, but he got, supposedly the rumor is he's been offered a max contract by the Nets, the Brooklyn Nets.
Okay.
And for those of you that don't know what a max contract is, I've got it pulled up right here. An NBA max contract, according to Google, is the Mets have offered him 4 years and $177 million.
It's not bad for a kid from Cedar Ridge.
Right, from Newark, Arkansas, Cedar Ridge High School. Yeah, not bad. So, anyways, Austin's a little busy right now, even though he's got this camp, and his brother's running it too. Spencer, he's doing a really good job. But but Spencer told all the campers, he's like, Austin couldn't be here today. He will be here tomorrow, 100% for sure, because that's how they market it. Like get an autograph with Austin, get your picture. That's how they market the camp.
Yeah,
and they're like, he'll be here tomorrow for sure. He's got some stuff going on right now, is what Spencer said. He had to fly out to LA last night for some important stuff, but he's flying back today so he can be here tomorrow. And I'm like, yeah, I know what LA's doing. like they're trying to figure out how to get him over that $177 million contract.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Austin has a few bigger things going on right now than signing autographs for a bunch of fourth graders.
The Nets would be interesting because that is the almost unanimous landing spot on all the mock drafts for our boy Darius Acup.
I know. So
that could be a crazy little 1-2.
I would just wonder like how that would even work. I don't know if that would work. I wonder if they got Austin, if they would still go with someone like Acup, or I don't know. That'd be interesting to see. But anyways, so yeah, excited tomorrow for Parker to get to see one of his favorite NBA guys at camp. And I told Parker, I was like, what if like Austin was out there and they're just like, hey, I brought a friend, and Luka walks out, or like, and I hate LeBron, but even if LeBron walked out, I'd be like, wow. That'd be pretty cool to see in person, like Luka walking out. Like, I mean, obviously that's not going to happen.
It's the same as like
when you have a conversation with a 9-year-old, you're like, hey, what if you brought out Luka?
Yeah, no, I mean, I would view the LeBron like I've always had the conversation like, what if you met a president that you couldn't stand as a president in person, but you still have the utmost respect, or you should have the utmost respect for them. And it'd still be an honor to meet them, even though, you're not, I would meet LeBron James. I can't stand the guy at all, but obviously
for sure,
I would respect him as one of the greatest players of all time. And
for sure.
So,
but yeah, that was just a fun little convo that me and my son were
if he shows up in
anyways,
Springdale,
hey, I'll hit you up. You could be there in probably 15-20 minutes if you had to.
I can.
We can make it work. We can invite him to Chicken Heads or something for lunch. So
absolutely.
But anyway, so since we're talking about NBA, what other way to start? Then the NBA finals have wrapped up. The New York Knickerbockers are your NBA champions. I don't know how much of that you got to watch, but obviously, filming once a week, we have a lot to cover. Um, I'm not a huge NBA guy. The deeper the playoffs get, the more I watch. I watched every minute of the finals. If I was home, it was on. Um, Game 4, that game in Madison Square Garden,
Oh, yeah.
where San Antonio was up 29. That was arguably the most entertaining second half of basketball that I've ever watched in my life, any
Mhm.
level. Obviously, I've watched a bunch of great Razorback games and other games, but not only like the 29-point comeback and how it happened, but we talked about this a couple pods ago, just like the nostalgia of it being in the Garden where
Yeah.
it happened,
Yeah.
and the Knick fans just, you know how New York people are anyways, they're just
Yeah.
ruckus and seeing Celebrity Row just going crazy, you know, like every commercial break, every big shot, every timeout, and seeing Cal in the middle of it all,
Yeah.
like you got Adam Sandler, Taylor Swift, Chris Rock, John Calipari, like he
Yeah.
just, you know, in the middle of it all. Not even talking about how the Spurs blew it or how the Knicks made a great comeback, just talking about just how it all happened and how
Mhm.
entertaining it was to watch, dude. It was unbelievable watch. Like my
Oh, yeah.
wife could care less about NBA basketball, and she
Mhm.
couldn't take her eyes off the last 5 minutes of that game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and Cal, dude,
Mhm.
like Cal's sitting on the end with Adam Sandler, and he's trying not to because he's got Carl Anthony Towns on the Knicks, but he's got De'Aaron Fox on the
Right.
Spurs, and like Brunson's hitting the shot or OG's and Anunoby's hitting the tip back, and everybody's going crazy, but Cal's kind of like, you know, he's not standing up and
Yeah.
cheering. Everybody else in the whole arena is going crazy, and he's like just sitting there, like
Yeah.
trying to be professional. But yeah, did you get to watch that, dude? That was
Yes. So I
insane.
tried to catch the games in the Garden for sure. Uh, but yeah, that was awesome, and just super cool to see all the celebrity cameos and stuff. Excuse me. And yeah, it was just a good time.
And just like being a former coach, I always tried to find ways to you know, when you're dealing with high school kids, they obviously they're not as emotionally mature as professionals. And you know, I just remember I always used um, Duke coming back in one of the NCAA tournament games. Or maybe no, it was Duke at Maryland, and it was like 2004 or something. I don't remember, but like they were down 11 with like 58 seconds left, and they came back and won the game. And like I would always show my guys, hey, this just tells you if we're ever down 10 with a minute, it can happen.
Mm-hmm.
It can happen. Things got to go your way. You need some luck, but you keep playing hard. You don't give up. You don't throw in the towel because you can do it,
Yeah.
dude. As a coach, you could use that example of that 29-point deficit midway through the third quarter for every basketball team and show it to them and just show them how you can feed off that positive energy. I would, if I was Cal, I'm sure he is and will talk about that with his team, especially because he was there.
Mm-hmm.
Just like how you just, dude, you just got to keep playing, man. Like
Yeah.
you just, it is literally never over. Like it is
Yeah.
literally never over.
Yeah.
And there's just a lot of good lessons to learn from that. Um, but yeah, like I just kept trying to see Cal. Like I was watching the game, like every chance I could, like when they showed that one goal, I'd try to find Cal down there. And
Mm-hmm.
of course, after the game's over, like Cal's walking on the court of the
Yeah.
Garden. Like
Yeah.
they're not even letting a bunch of the celebrities on the court, and Cal's walking on the court,
Mm-hmm.
hugging Carl Anthony Towns' dad,
That's probably
and
because he's dressed the same as a
like it's
coach as a spectator as he is as a coach. So they're like,
he's the only one wearing a
this,
suit.
yeah, this
Yeah,
guy's a coach.
yeah. But I just remember you always talking about and I sent a text to a bunch of my friends. Like it's surreal to me. Like obviously having Cal and getting all the recruits, but like that's my coach
Mm-hmm.
in the middle of all that madness
Yeah.
and getting FaceTime,
Yeah.
and like it's just surreal that
Mm-hmm.
that is our freaking coach.
Yeah.
The words can't even explain it.
Yeah.
It's not Hurley, who's been the best coach in basketball. It's not Izzo. It's not Coach K. I mean, it's freaking Cal down there in the middle of all that. You're
Yeah.
just like, he drives us nuts sometimes. He can't recruit a center to save his life, but I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like him being our coach right now.
Yeah.
You just talked about it with football, just relevance. Like,
Yeah.
we've never been more relevant, never will be more relevant than we are in this moment. Whether we win
Mhm.
a natty, go to the Final Four, like, we'll never be more relevant than we are at this moment in
Yeah.
basketball.
Yeah. I mean, we're right there as far as basketball culture. We're college basketball culture anyway. Well, I mean, he's NBA game, so yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
basketball culture in its entirety. You go back and watch like some of those like early '90s college basketball movies. It seems like there was a ton back then, but like Arkansas is getting mentioned in all of them. And there was a long period where we weren't relevant, and then now if they were to make those college basketball movies for whatever reason, now we would be right there in the thick
Mhm.
of it of being super relevant. So yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, and it started with Muss, kinda getting us back, and then Cal's just elevated it, like, to a whole nother level. It's just like with I talked about it on the pod last week, like, us going to Carolina for the SEC ACC challenge.
Hmm.
It wasn't that long ago where we get matched up with, like, Georgia Tech or Pitt or
Hmm.
Boston College,
Yeah.
but, like, no, like, Arkansas is going to Chapel Hill,
Yeah.
like, and Cal said on an interview on 103.7 The Buzz, like, he said, "The following year when we have a home game, we're getting" he didn't say Duke, but he referenced that we're getting, like, Duke or Carolina back to the
Yeah.
Bud. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
that's just I mean, it's just the Cal effect, man. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just crazy. So,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, that game was insane. And then game 5, I didn't know how the Spurs would come out after how that went down in game 4, but I mean, it was about every other game. I think the Spurs led in every game in the second half in this series, and they just couldn't close it out. But they were up like 10 or 12, and in San Antonio, and the Knicks just weren't having it. Came
Yeah.
back and won behind Jalen Brunson's 45 points in game 5. And yeah, man, it's a really fun series. And I hate the Yankees,
Hmm.
but like the Knicks have never really been that good since me and you've been,
Yeah.
paying attention. So like I don't have
Yeah.
any reason to hate the New York Knicks. And I don't know, I was kind of pulling for them. I thought they kind of did things the right way, and Brunson goes about his business like without talking a bunch of trash. And
Hmm.
and I like a 5'10" guard that scores 45,
Yeah.
that's not Steph Curry, like he's
Yeah.
doing it, different ways. And so just a lot of respect for their toughness and their mentality. And um I tell you, man, the Spurs, we thought the Thunder were about to go on this 10-year run. The Spurs are here to stay.
Oh yeah.
Their average age is like 21
Yeah.
or 22, and obviously with someone like Wemby, so they'll be a force to be reckoned with in the West for the foreseeable future.
Oh yeah. Well, and yeah, this game was a five, or this series went 5 games, but it was a lot closer than
Oh,
5 games. I mean,
yeah.
the series itself. So yeah, they're San Antonio's. I mean, just a couple things go different, and this goes 7 games. Like,
Yep.
and the Spurs could even. I mean, Spurs could have won it in 5. Like, I mean,
Easy. No, they
yeah,
could have.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, they're gonna be. It just I mean, probably San Antonio more than anyone else. What like Popovich built, you know, they just have like a winning culture there to where, like we talked about a couple pods ago, that like they haven't been irrelevant for very long. It's like
No.
it's like a 3-year break, and then they're right back in the finals. So it's like
Yeah.
um yeah, they just have established such a standard and a winning culture there, which is rare in professional sports when you have that much turnover like they've had in the head coach leagues. Like, it's rare that a professional organization would maintain the professionalism and just keep the standard. So you see it a lot like in college, and in high schools and stuff, but not so much the professional level. So
Yeah.
it's cool.
Well, and it's just crazy, like, you know, Wemby's a generational player,
Yeah.
obviously, and the Spurs just happened to have the number 1 pick when the year that Wemby was in the draft.
Yeah.
I looked it up. Do you know who the number 1 pick was in the draft in 2024, the year after Wemby?
Uh, nope.
How about Zachariah Resarcher? Have you ever heard of that guy?
I was gonna say him, but I wasn't 100% confident in that. So
Right.
uh
Yeah, some overseas guy that's playing for the Hawks that I've never heard of, like, so it just kinda shows you, like, it takes some luck, just have the number 1 pick 1 year instead of when you did,
yeah,
to get somebody like Wemby, and, yeah, yeah, I'd never even heard of that guy. I don't know if I was just tuned out whenever that draft came around or what, but I was like, I don't think I even remember that
that's
guy being the number 1 pick.
he might become famous for being like a terrible number 1 overall pick.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
like I mean, you'll never forget the name Darko Milicic
Oh, yeah.
in between D Wade and or sorry, LeBron and Bosh
Mello?
and D Wade
Or
or
yeah,
Melo. Yeah, it was
yeah.
LeBron, Darko, Melo, D Wade, Bosh, I think is how that one went.
Some yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
which was crazy because the Pistons were just coming off their like championship, like very shortly before that,
Mhm.
and could have just
Man,
added to it, and they get Darko Milicic instead of Carmelo Anthony.
yeah. I'm looking at this draft, and this has to be the worst draft of all NBA drafts. I mean, it's pathetic. So, yeah, just a bad year for players to pick from in that draft. But anyways, yeah, so NBA's over. So I guess Hogs are out in college baseball. NBA finals are over. We are officially
We're in the dog
in the
days.
in the dog days officially now. Um, NHL is over for whoever's people that follow that. So
Hey,
it
go
is tough
Hurricanes,
times.
baby. Go
Yeah,
Hurricanes.
Carolina
Go.
Hurricanes, Stanley Cup champs. Congratulations, Hurricanes.
Yeah.
Good job. Um, anyways, back a little more local here. We talked last week about Davion Thompson was expected to commit to the Hogs, consensus 5-star, composite 5-star guard. He did indeed commit on Wednesday, I believe. Has not officially reclassified yet. A lot of people expect him to reclass and get on campus here in the next month. But the fact that he hasn't done it yet is starting to make people wonder. Um, Once again, another guard, 5-star. Then it comes out just a couple days ago that Isaiah Sealy has suffered
Yeah.
a really Cal, just based off the tweet that Cal put out,
Hmm.
it sounded pretty bad.
Yeah.
He didn't come out and say he tore his ACL. He didn't come out and say it's a sprain. He just said suffered a knee injury, and we don't know the timeline. Um, so that makes me think that it's probably not good. I
Yeah.
don't know if you got any inside sources on that,
Said it
but
will require surgery.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know any more than what
But
Cal said.
anyways, that just makes me think that maybe even more of an emphasis to try to get Thompson on campus now
Yeah.
that if Sealy is really going to be out for an extended period of time. If it, God forbid, it is an ACL or something, that's usually a 6-month deal.
Hmm.
And so you're looking, past Christmas, before he can maybe get back to full strength. So, but hopefully it's not that. And then it came out today as we're filming this that um, apparently we are going overseas as we knew we would.
Oh yeah.
And the word on the street is that Ilya Frolov, maybe
Hmm.
6'11", 225 Russian center is um, working on doing his paperwork to commit to Arkansas. I saw a Russian beat writer tweet this, confirming. So it's not just some random guy from 24/7. Like there's people over there that are confirming this is going down. He appears to be the guy that we've all been clamoring for. He is playing professionally in the Real Madrid League, which, for what it's worth, is a league that Luka played in. So pretty much we're getting
Yeah.
Luka.
Yeah.
I
A
mean,
6'11"
right?
Luka.
Yeah. Um, the problem is this kid's 18 years old, or maybe 17, turns 18 in like a week or two. Um, so it doesn't really address the whole go get a grown man, fourth year center, grown man. But anyways,
They age twice as fast in Russia. So
that's what they had to live a rough life coming up. So
yeah.
they I better quit talking for the KGB. Spied in my window. But anyways, I don't know much about the kid. I know he's supposed to be super uber talented. He's not a bring in red shirt type guy, but I think he is a like good project type guy. But is going to play immediately. He shoots it really well from three, on top of being a good player. The analyst, whatever he is, beat writer from overseas, somebody commented on the tweet and said, "Well, is this kid physical at all?" And the guy commented and said, "Well, he shut down so and so, who's the best big man in this league, grown man." And so I don't know, but 6'11" Russian center, about like I told you all a month ago. I ain't gonna go out and do all this research about these international players that I don't know. I can't say their names. When they commit, we'll talk about them. By next Tuesday, we'll have some more information about what kind of player he is. And this is not 100% official, but there's a lot of steam coming that Cal's finally went and got his big.
Hey, all right. It makes sense. Why are we not going after Russian guys all the time? Our mascot is a Russian boar, so just go get a bunch of these guys that shoot ball very well.
There you go.
Go get some of these guys. So
Yeah. Apparently, it's between us and North Carolina State.
that should be no contest.
Yeah, Slick Willie's at LSU now,
Right?
so
Yeah, Willie's gone. So
yeah. But anyways, we'll see. So that gives us 6'11" Ilya Frolov. That gives us,
you gotta like really get down in the base, like Frolov.
I'll let you handle
Okay.
Frolov from now on. That gives us him. That gives us Paolo Samido. That gives us, who's 6'11", 7 foot, Mika, the other international, but he's more of a slasher, Dirk style player. He's 6'11", 7 foot. And then Maker, who I think is for sure an experimental big, but he's another 7-footer. So we got pretty much 4 7-footers on the roster now. Let's just see if any of them can defend and rebound and
Let's just
make
spread
a
them
layup.
out. Let's just spread them all out and keep guys moving on the perimeter, and we'll have Mika that can just throw it down anytime, and then we got 2 6'11" dudes that can shoot the three, as well as Jordan Smith. And then you got Billy back that'll just
That's
and we should
the
just be
five right there.
running like figure eights around the key, and then just somebody will do something.
Harlem Globetrotter style.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, we'll look good getting off the bus. That's for sure.
Yeah, it'll be. I think next year, barring any other injuries or anything, I think will be at least interesting and fun to watch, to say the least. I mean,
Oh yeah, I agree completely. I'm very excited about this team. Even with the loss of Leak, I'm still very excited about basketball.
yeah.
Baseball keeps racking in the commits. Well, nothing crazy, but we'll get a little deeper on that here next week. They keep getting a bunch of solid mid-major guys, so we'll dig a little deeper on that next week. Football schedule game times. officially released. Not times, but the windows, the
Yep.
kick time windows, I guess is the best way to put it. Obviously, for the first three had all been announced. 3:15 first game in Fayetteville, Utah. 9:15 p.m. coming back playing at 11 a.m. I guess Hunter's little rant didn't get anything changed. Shocker. And then it was announced at Tulsa 7 p.m. So we will have a night game at Donald. It's not Donald W anymore, is it?
We haven't got the name
At,
yet.
at
Apparently,
Razorback Stadium, we will
apparently
have a
there
night game
is
at
a name, but we
Yes,
don't
yeah,
know it yet.
but,
So
but we're still not releasing it for
yeah.
whatever reason. We will have a night game at Razorback Stadium on September 26th with Tulsa, and then October 3rd is a flex date at A&M. October 10th, another flex date at Fayetteville, so possible night game. Your only two chances for a SEC night game in Fayetteville are October 10th against Tennessee, possibly, and Missouri, October 31st. Those are your only two options. In South Carolina, I guess. South Carolina also. So you have three options to get a night game because they've already announced that the LSU game will be an early game. And so
I think
early
Tennessee
game
will
at
be.
Auburn, and afternoon game in Austin, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we going back to Austin again?
It's because they switched it up and did the
9 game.
the permanent. They did the permanent opponents, and so they switched it up. Like they switched the whole schedule up, so everybody has the 3 permanent rivals.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
so the way it worked out was that we go there twice in a row. So
why do I not even remember Missouri, Texas? Was LSU a permanent?
yeah,
Okay.
and LSU is the day after Thanksgiving weekend again.
Yes, correct.
They're our last game instead of Missouri, so that was
correct.
a good
Just for old time's sake, that is a win.
Oh yeah. I'm not saying we're gonna win the game, but it's a win for Thanksgiving weekend to not have to freaking see Eli Drinkowitz over there.
Not only see him beating our ass.
That's true.
Now we get to see it in the middle of the year, not
Yeah.
after we're 2-11 or
Yeah.
2-9 going into the last game.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyways, kick time windows are announced. First 4 games, we know what time we're playing, and then we know that we're playing early at Auburn, early against LSU in Fayetteville, and afternoon in Austin. And the other games, I guess, could be anywhere from 11 to 7.
Yeah.
So I will say that Silverfield has upped the social media game for the Razorback page.
Okay.
A lot more videos, a lot more content, a lot more hype, inside the weight room type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the graphics, like the recruiting graphics that they stand in front of, is really upgraded. They got a sweet graffiti wall like that they're posing these recruits, posing in the uniform and stuff in front of. So, he's doing some better things in terms of that. Now, does that translate to wins? I don't think it hurts. It certainly doesn't hurt.
Well, I mean,
But
you can literally only go up from last year. So
yeah,
three wins is an improvement. So
right. Speaking of last year, the in-laws visited the estate sale of Sam Pittman this last week.
Oh, did they?
I don't know what they've been doing at the Pittman household, but apparently they took nothing. She said there was like T-shirts of his in the closet for sale, like Razorback polo shirts.
Okay.
Like they took nothing to the lake house.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously all the furniture and I mean the decor, and so yeah, I could have got a Sam Pittman. They had ball caps for sale. Sam Pittman's worn ball caps. I'm sure those were going for top dollar.
Mm-hmm. I think the only time I ever remember him wearing a hat was that like rainy game at Auburn or Mississippi State or somewhere.
Yeah,
Like,
he's not a hat guy. He's not a
yeah,
hat guy. I'll be curious. I think Silver feels like a half hat guy. I've seen him wear a hat on the field, but sometimes he doesn't.
yeah, yeah. It's like yeah.
That was kind of Petrino did that too, like sometimes Bobby'd have a hat on and
Yeah,
sometimes he'd go no hat.
yeah. His first stint, he
Big hat guy.
always wore a hat.
Yeah, big hat
I
guy.
feel like it was no. I feel like it was if he was in the box, it was no hat, and if he was on the field, it was a hat.
That's possible.
I
Maybe
think
that's
now if I'm
possible.
thinking about it,
Yeah.
which makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. Sideline demeanor and attire is important. It
Absolutely. Hey,
puts off vibes.
absolutely. I'm
So
all for it.
yep, gotta pass the vibe check.
Yeah.
So national sports podcast stuff. USA spanks Paraguay in the first round of the FIFA World Cup.
As we said they would. Soccer
That's
pod.
right. That's right.
Number one World Cup pod right here.
That's right. 4-1 in LA in front of a ruckus USA soccer. Do we have a fancy word for soccer fans? Because I know they played on the pitch. They didn't play at the stadium. They played on the pitch.
Right. Yeah. Of course. It's the pitch. And yeah.
And I'm not calling it football. It is soccer.
Yeah. It's in America this year. It's World Cup soccer match.
All kidding aside, actually, I didn't get to watch it because we had a baseball Friday night. But I was keeping up with the score on my phone. I am invested in every time the World Cup comes around. I will watch. It's the only soccer I will watch. I don't watch any of the other USA stuff, but I do like to watch my country compete in anything: tiddlywinks, ping pong, darts. If my country versus your country, I'm somewhat interested. And I did not get to watch it, but I was keeping up with it. Apparently, it was a really good win. Nobody expected us to beat them 4-1. We get the Aussies Friday
I
at
know.
2:00.
I heard that. Or I mean, I knew that. And yeah, Australia's like my second favorite country in the world. So I was like, why are you putting us up against the Aussies? But
Why do
yeah,
you like
no,
Australia?
full.
What has Australia done for them to be number 2?
I didn't say they are the number 2 country in the world. I said they're my second favorite country in the world.
What did they do to be your second favorite country in the world?
It's the coolest accents.
Oh, touche.
My aunt lived in Sydney for a little bit. I did not get to go visit her like my cousins did, but that was when she was the personal interior decorator for one Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman when they were still together. And but yeah, I didn't get to go visit, but I love the accents, the culture there just seems really cool. It's
Okay.
they gave us Keith Urban, Crocodile Dundee, the Crocodile Hunter. I mean,
Aussie.
oi oi oi.
Oi.
Yeah, Outback Steakhouse, ever heard of it?
Outback
I mean,
Steakhouse.
come on.
Yeah. I was a big Outback guy until Texas Roadhouse came up here.
Hey,
I was a big Outback guy.
Absolutely. No, I don't know, for whatever reason, since I was a kid, I've loved that's my dream trip is to go to Australia, New Zealand. So
their accents are very dope. I will most certainly agree with that.
Right? It's they're the best.
You've now given us a Russian and an Australian accent in the same pod.
Let's hit a trifecta.
What is next? I can't wait to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got the Aussies Friday at 2:00 at your old favorite stadium, the home of the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh yeah.
Could be a ruckus environment. If it's anything like they show out for the Seahawks on a Monday Night Football game,
yeah,
that place could be hopping.
Yeah, I mean, if Cam Chancellor comes out there and lays a boom on somebody, then maybe.
That's right.
But
that's right.
No, full disclosure, I didn't even know the World Cup had started. Friday night, I'm at the Dierks Bentley concert at the Walmart Amp, and Hunter Yurachek was 3 boxes over. By the way,
you say hi?
I wanted to make a comment, but I felt it'd be better if I held my tongue.
Hunter, I love you.
Yeah, it would have been like, please relieve yourself of your duties. But no, I refrained from speaking to him. There was a couple people grabbing pictures, but no, I was not one of them. But
Hmm.
yeah, anyway, yeah. My buddy who asked me to go, um, who has actually listened to the show. We used to work together, Chris Nunez.
Hey, what's up, Chris?
He asked me to go to the show with him, and he was like, "Oh, we're winning," and I was like, "Who's winning?" It's like, "We are." I was like, "Who's we?" I was like literally trying to think of a sport that we could possibly be playing. And he's like, "America," and to which I was so far out of it, I was like, "What is America playing?" He goes, "The World Cup, you you dumb." I was like, I did not know it started
Oh
yet.
Lord.
I would have expected there to be like a big opening ceremony, which there probably was, and I missed it. I missed all of it. But
Yeah.
now I'm aware we won 4-1.
Friday at 2, I need you to lock in and give
Friday
us
at 2.
and next.
Is that Central Time or is that Seattle time?
That is Central Time, I believe, but I will
At
let you know.
2 p.m.
Um,
Central Time, America versus Australia.
on Tuesday's pod, I need a full breakdown of what you saw in this game.
I'll let you know about the 2-1 final.
Okay. All right. And how we got there.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. On the pitch
On the pitch.
in
On the
Seattle.
pitch. But yeah, so World Cup. I like I said, I will be watching. Hopefully, I clear my schedule for Friday at 2:00.
Yeah. See what I can do.
U.S. Open week.
Yes.
Shinnecock.
Now
Shinnecock Hills. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Obviously, Scotty's a favorite. Every master we come on here, we're gonna say Scotty's a betting favorite because he is.
mm-hmm.
My pick, Brooksy. Go with Brooksy.
Okay.
Brooksy's been playing better. He fought his way back onto the PGA Tour after his little exodus to live. He's got his head on right, been playing good golf. Last time the U.S. Open was at Shinnecock Hills, Brooks won it. I think it's all coming full circle. I can't wait to watch it. Obviously the Masters is number one, but I mean, I love watching the U.S. Open every year. So,
Mm-hmm.
especially in an iconic place like Shinnecock. Give me Brooksy. I don't have any other. I don't know how his drive plays on the 11th hole at Shinnecock. I don't know, but I just know I'm going with vibes right now.
Okay.
And I
right.
like Brooks.
All right. Is this did I see that this is the only thing Scotty needs for the Grand Slam?
Sounds right, but I'm not positive. That
One,
sounds right.
so obviously won the Masters. He won the British Open. I believe he did win the PGA. So yeah, this should be the only one that has
This
escaped.
is it. This is it. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't want to pick
He
the
has
fave,
won.
but I kind of want to pick the fave.
Pick the fave.
You know what? Yeah, give me Scotty.
Pick the fave.
I want to see it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just want somebody to shut Rory up from getting a Grand Slam. And I just want to talk about how it took Scotty way less time to do it.
Right. Right. Yeah, Scotty I mean, he's still the best player in the world, but I mean,
There's just something off. It's probably
something, yeah, just a little
probably
off.
not sleeping with his newborn. Like, welcome to my life, Yost.
Yeah. Yeah, just a little off. I mean, yeah, I like Scotty. I like all the guys. I still like Cam Young.
I was gonna go Cam Young, but the last second I went Scotty Scheffler.
And so yeah, we'll see how it goes, but it'll be great golf if you are a casual golf fan and you like seeing golfers struggle.
Mm-hmm.
tune in this weekend.
Yeah. Now the
'Cause
broadcast will not be great because it's always on like Fox or NBC, and they're not golf professional podcast or broadcasts. But I always hate like the production quality of the U.S. Open is never the same as the Masters or the PGA Championship, but the tournament itself is fantastic.
yeah,
Great
yeah,
watch.
um, NBC, Peacock, so, yeah, you won't be no Jim Nance, obviously. Uh,
Terrible.
I guess that'd be Bob Costas, question mark? Is he
I don't know
NBC
if he's
guy?
still doing stuff like on the reg. I know he does like special things, but I don't
Yeah,
know, maybe it
yeah,
is.
yeah.
We'll
Anyway,
see.
so, yeah, that'll be this weekend, so look forward to that. UFC 250 at the White House. I don't know if we've talked about this. UFC guy? No? Yes?
Not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit.
I know the name Conor McGregor, and that is as far as my list goes of my knowledge.
UFC,
I know Dana White is the president of it.
yeah, yeah. UFC is, I am not a UFC guy, but I want to be a UFC guy really bad.
Okay.
I want to be into UFC. And now that it's not pay-per-view anymore, it's all on Paramount, everything.
Okay.
So, like, if you have a Paramount, you can watch it. Um, I mean, I was never willing to pay like $80 pay-per-view to watch
Yeah.
UFC. Um, but now I'm going to try to get into UFC. And
Well, I wanted to watch
I
this one, and I forgot. I forgot about it too.
I watched the whole thing. I
Nice.
stayed up all night. It was unbelievable. Politics aside, seeing what that place looked like, that claw they had built, the lights, the flyover
I
was
saw the flyover, and
insane.
I'm a big Zach Brown band guy, and they got to do the national anthem. So
Yeah,
I saw those two things. That
yeah.
looked awesome.
The fighters like walking out of different spots of the White House. It was really cool.
That's
Like
pretty cool.
the main event guy, the USA guy, got to start in the Oval Office, and walk out from the Oval Office.
That's
And
pretty cool.
dude, it was like he was reading the Declaration of Independence when the camera cut to him on Trump's wall in the Oval Office, and he turned and walked out. Like it was really neat, man. It was a spectacle. It was, I mean, I think it was everything it lived up to be. I've even saw a bunch of liberals who hate Trump have been like, yeah, this was pretty cool. Like, it's
Nice.
hard to, I mean, I've seen a bunch of it on Twitter. Um, but yeah, it was really neat. It was really neat seeing just the guys fight, and then they'd all go over and shake Trump's hand, and they all walked out with a Medal of Honor recipient on one side and a Metro PD on the other side. Like they each had their own little walkout. It was really really cool. So
Nice.
um, and it was some really good fights. If you haven't got to watch them, I definitely recommend. If you already have a Paramount prescription,
Okay.
subscription, it's on there.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, it was really neat. So I thought it was very very well done. Dana already said he'll never do it again. Just like he said he would never do the Sphere again. It's just too complicated to put together, too much hassle, too much work, obviously, of working with, Secret Service
Yeah.
and trying to get the logistics of all that and how much money was involved. But um, yeah, it was really neat. I want to be a UFC guy really bad. So
Okay.
I think now that it's not pay-per-view, I'm gonna be a UFC guy. Starting this past weekend on UFC 250.
Okay.
UFC guy.
All right.
Um, I was a huge Jermaine Taylor guy.
Well, weren't we all?
Like, yeah, like that was our prime, like high
Yeah.
school, like
Oh yeah.
like we all love JT.
Yeah.
And that's boxing obviously, but boxing's kind of it's
What
not.
like I don't even understand how it fell off. I mean, I guess it's UFC's fault, but yeah, boxing was a huge deal. I mean, growing up, so
Yeah, yeah.
non-existent now.
Yeah, it's non-existent. I got to go watch several Jermaine Taylor fights in person.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I mean, I like that stuff. So yeah, we are now a UFC podcast. So
Okay.
get all your UFC um up to date information here at the Never Yield Pod.
Yep.
So um last thing, College World Series update. Ole Miss out, Alabama out. Guess North Carolina's sitting pretty on one side of the bracket. Oklahoma beat Georgia in the winners bracket today. So Oklahoma,
Wow.
who's we beat them 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
Like they weren't even good. They finished like 11th in the SEC or something. It just shows you like baseball's just that weird sport that
Yeah.
you just it's just crazy. So,
Yeah.
um, but College World Series about halfway done. Um, Rocco's Jello Shots decided to pick a fight with Pat McAfee. Worst PR move you could ever do.
Oh.
I mean, if there's one guy that a bar
Yeah.
whose main clientele is 20 and 30-year-old dudes,
Yeah.
there's one guy you don't want to pick a fight with, and it's Pat McAfee.
Yep.
And so I'm not even gonna get into it all, but um, yeah, McAfee scolded him on his show. So it was pretty funny if you haven't seen that. But it was really weird. He did the show. Dude, what a life. He did his show in Omaha, right across from the stadium. Watched West Virginia, because obviously
Mm-hmm.
West Virginia guy. They played at like 2:00. He was in LA for the World Cup game that night.
Oh wow.
Like, dude, he was in Omaha in the afternoon at the World Cup game at night in LA. I'm like, this guy's just
Wow.
living his best life, man.
Yeah.
Living his best life. So, anyways, National Sports Podcast stuff is done. Local Razorback news, check. Almost an hour in. Got a lot to cover without it being only going once a week, so should be up to date. Anything else we need to knock out?
I don't think so. For this week, obviously next week we'll have more to talk about, but World Cup, U.S. Open, more portal stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just keep on trucking, and on stuff on weeks that we don't have a ton, we're gonna like we told you earlier, we're gonna come up with some creative list. And I was thinking, I don't know if I can do it for the pod, but this summer, like there's two things I want to try. I want to rank two things in Northwest Arkansas.
Okay.
I want to rank the top 5 chicken fried steaks,
Okay.
and I want to rank the top 5 wings.
Okay. I can give you the top 2 wings right now, but I'll save it for the pod.
Yeah, so save your top 2 wings.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you got any like, I've already been researching the wing spots that I need to knock up. Like, I've obviously tried several of them already,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm gonna have to go try them again to get the latest, just
Yeah.
to make sure,
Yeah.
But if you think you have or who has the best wings in NWA, hit me up so I can go give them a try, and I will keep y'all up to date on how the search for the best wings and best chicken fried steak are going. I plan on having that done by the time the kids go back to school, so hopefully by mid-August we can have our top 5 chicken fried steaks and our top 5 wings
Okay.
in Northwest Arkansas. So,
I don't know that I've had a lot of chicken fried steak since I moved up here, so
I'm a big chicken fried steak guy.
I'm too.
Yeah.
I just don't think I've had too many up here because it's hard to find a place anymore that does like a hand battered one instead of like the frozen pucks. But
Yeah.
we'll figure it out. We'll get down to the bottom of it.
Yeah, we'll do all the dirty work for all y'all out there. Y'all just leave it up to us.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's gonna wrap us up here on the pod. We'll be back next Tuesday. Hope everybody has a fantastic week. Don't forget Friday, USA, Aussies, World Cup. Don't miss it. Andrew, take us home, brother.
All right. Stay classy, never yield. Go USA. USA. USA.
USA.